Right. So we have discussed the closure property for addition now. We will be discussing the closure property in case of subtraction now. Now for subtraction, we will be dealing with the same types of numbers we have discussed. The first one would be my whole numbers. For whole numbers, again, we will be taking any two whole numbers and we will be doing their subtraction. Let us take any two whole numbers. Say I am taking 4 minus 1. What would it give me? 3. Now again, two whole numbers subtracted give me another whole number. Let us try another example. 16 minus 0. What does it give me? A whole number again. That means the subtraction property for whole numbers gives me the satisfaction for my closure property. Right? For the next type, we have our whole numbers के बाद we have natural numbers again. The natural numbers would again should be giving me the natural number again. Let's try. We take 24 minus 12. That gives us 12. The subtraction of two natural numbers gave me a natural number. Another example. 40 minus 10. Two natural numbers subtracted give me a natural number 30. Third type is for integers. Now integers can be positive and negative. So we can take up a positive integer or a negative integer. Both could be positive or both could be negative. Now I am taking example, say minus 24 minus 2. I have taken two negative integers for the subtraction purpose. What do I get? Minus 24, the minus sign gets multiplied to give me a plus sign and we get minus 22. Right? So the subtraction of two negative integers gave me one negative integer. Right? Another example, say minus 24 minus plus 2. That means now here one integer is negative and another integer is positive. Now what do this result into? This results into minus 26. Again a integer only. That means when two integers are subtracted, they give the result as integer only. The next type is our rational numbers. The rational numbers have no boundation of being positive or negative. So you can take up any number. Could be positive rational number or negative rational number. We will be dealing with any example. Say we take 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5. Now both the integers, both the rational numbers here are positive. So what is the result we are going to get here? It is 1 over 5. Again, when two rational numbers are subtracted, they give us one rational number. Let us take another example. Say 5 over 17 minus 6 over 17. Let us add another minus 5 sign over there. Now what do we get? We take the LCM as 17. We get minus 5 minus 6 over here minus 11 over 17. Again, when two rational numbers having minus sign and a plus sign were subtracted, we get a rational number only. Again, this satisfies a property of subtraction. Let us try this for next category, that would be for multiplication. Now for multiplication, again we will be considering all the four cases that we have been discussing. The first one is whole numbers. Now how do you multiply whole numbers? Simple. You take any two whole numbers, do their multiplication as the tables we have been learning. So let us take any two whole numbers. I am taking 4 and 0. Why 0? Because 0 is a whole number, right? So 0 and 4 multiplied together will give us a 0 again. That means when two whole numbers are multiplied, they give us a whole number. Another example, 15 into 2. What does it give us? 30. That is again a whole number. For the next, natural numbers. Think of any two numbers that can be multiplied. Okay, I am taking 10 and 1. What is it going to give me? 10 again. That means two natural numbers multiplied together will give me a natural number. Another example, 10th, 1000 into 22. What does it give me? 22,000. That again shows that this is a natural number only. When you multiply two natural numbers, you get a natural number. What would be the case for integers now? Integers, be it negative or positive. If your answer has a negative sign, it will be a negative integer. If your answer has a positive sign, it will be the positive integer. Now let us take any two examples. I am taking say minus 2 into minus 5. What do I get? The numbers get multiplied, we get 10. Now what will we get when we multiply minus into minus? That would give me a plus. So when two integers multiplied together, that gives us another integer. Again, I am taking the same numbers but with different signs to help you in dealing with the multiplication of signs. See, here I want to focus on how do we multiply two integers, because their signs are very important for the answers. Okay, so when you multiply two negative integers, you always get a positive, because minus into minus becomes plus. When you multiply a negative integer with a positive integer, the answer will get a minus sign. Why? Because minus into plus becomes minus. Now let us make this plus and this minus. Can you tell me what will be the case? Yes, it would get a minus sign, because I told you in the previous step, minus into plus becomes minus. So here the plus into minus will become minus only. We get another minus 10. Now what would happen if this is the case? We have been doing that. It will give us a plus 10. Plus into plus is only plus. So integers multiplication give us another integer. What will be the case for rational numbers? For rational numbers, we can take any numbers, be it negative or positive. So I am taking any two integers, say 1 over 3 into 4 upon 2. These are my two rational numbers. I can multiply them. Now how to multiply two rational numbers? You multiply a numerator with numerator and denominator with the denominator. So 1 into 4 gives us 4 and 3 into 2 gives us 6. So we get the rational number 4 by 6. Another example, say I am taking minus 2 over 3 multiplied with 12 over 14. What do I get? You multiply numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. So when you multiply minus 2 with 12, you will get minus 24. When you multiply 3 into 14, you would get 52. Right? So here also we can see that when two rational numbers are multiplied, we get a rational number. Two rational numbers multiplied, we get a rational number only. This was the case for multiplication. Now we will be doing the division property. Now in the division property case, again we will be considering all the four types. Let us start with the first one, that is for whole numbers. Again we will be taking two whole numbers and doing their division. Let us check for 4 divided by 1. What would it give me? 4 divided by 1 means this. This is equal to 4. Okay, another example. 100 divided by 20. What does it give us? 5. Alright. So, when two whole numbers are divided, either you do it in this way or you do it in this way. You are dividing two whole numbers only. That would give you two whole numbers. The answer would be having the whole number only. Now, what will be the next case? Next would be for natural numbers. Let us do the division for natural numbers now. See, I am taking different cases so that you don't get any kind of doubt or any kind of problem in any small topic. I am discussing each and every point in detail. So even if you have a little problem in multiplication of two integers, that can be covered. So be a little patient. I will be speeding up the topic, but once you get clear with the concepts. Okay, the natural numbers. For natural numbers, let us take any two natural numbers. For example, let's take 14 and another would be 2. Now what do we get when we divide 14 with 2? It's 7. Another example, quickly. What do we get when we divide 25 with 2? What is it going to be? Quick enough. Yes, it's going to be 12.5. Now, I am thinking that some of you might have a doubt. Now, this has become a decimal. Is it a natural number or not? So, I am going back to the original topic where I discussed what are natural numbers. I discussed that natural numbers are any numbers that start from 1 and go up to infinity. So, here the natural numbers are starting from 1 and going up to infinity. 12.5 comes where? It is more than 1 and going up to less than infinity. So, any number that comes between 1 and infinity becomes the natural number, right? So, the next case that we'll be considering is, as we discussed, for integers. Now, integers, the division would should be giving me the integer only. Now, let us check. We divide minus 4 with minus 2. What do we get? Minus 4 divided by minus 2. The answer becomes plus. Why? Because the minus divided by minus becomes plus. Similarly, if you divide a negative integer with a positive integer, what would the answer be? It would be negative. Why? Because a negative divided by a positive gives you a negative only. You make this positive and the other one negative. Now what you should be getting? Positive divided by negative is also negative only. So you get minus 2. Now again you divide two positive numbers, that would simply give you a positive number. Understood? Now this was the case for division of integers and we have discussed the multiplication of integers. Please be very careful when you are multiplying two integers and you are dividing two integers because your sign makes a lot of difference. Understood? Next case would be my rational numbers. Now I hope you are familiar with the division of rational numbers because we have been doing fractions in our earlier classes. So rational numbers division would be same as we have been discussing the division for the fractions, right? So let us take two examples. For example, 2 divided by 2 upon 3 divided by 3 upon 1. Now what this answer is going to be? How do we solve this? We convert the division sign into multiplication sign and the next value, whatever it is, gets reciprocated. So this will become 1 over 3. Now what is my answer? Numerator into numerator and denominator into denominator. So when 2 by 3 is divided by 3 by 1, you get 2 by 9. Let us take another example. If you take 9 over 8 and divide it by 14 over 2, now what your answer should be? The 9 upon 8 would remain as it is. The division sign gets converted into multiplication and the next value gets reciprocated. So this becomes 2 over 14. Now here you can multiply this. Do it this way. 9 into 2 becomes 18 and 14 into 8. But I would prefer that you do the simplification here itself because the numbers are small here. They are all getting multiplied with each other. So we can do the cutting also. You can solve it and then simplify it also. But that would make it little difficult. So what I would prefer is that you multiply it here itself if the simplification is possible. Say this can be cut. No more cutting is possible. So we will write the answer now. 9 into what are we left here with? 1. 9 into 1 becomes 9. And what is 14 into 4? 56. Understood? So these were the cases under the properties of rational numbers. We have done closure property. For closure property, we considered addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of 4 types of numbers we have discussed.